What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brizzy, and today we're gonna do our 1,000-mile review of the 2024 Ninja ZX-6R. We're gonna break this video down into like 10 separate sections, right? So 10 separate sections, we'll go 10 points apiece, and we'll give it a score out of 100. I'll add them up at the end, and I'll put a total at the end.
Doing this at work right now, so sorry if it's a little loud, but we're going to do 10 categories, doing 10 points apiece. We're going to look at performance, comfort, fuel efficiency, tech and features, build quality, maintenance, luggage and storage, wind protection and aerodynamics, braking, and cost of ownership. So those will be the 10 categories, and we'll break those down and grade them.
So first up on our list, we're just gonna go over performance, okay? To be fair, this is my first 600 class bike, so I don't really have much to compare it to. I mean, I started on a 400. This thing is just, it feels great. I'm a heavy rider. It doesn't feel like I'm holding the bike back at all. And the power's there, it's on tap, it's lovely power, it's great power delivery. I love how easy the bike feels. And you'll see in my video, like in some of my videos, you see me like flicking the fuck out of this thing, just, you know, dodging potholes or whatever, like, you know, where I'm at in the Midwest. Roads here are shit. Bottom line, roads here are shit. And this thing does great, you know. So for performance, I'm gonna give this thing, as far as I know, I'm gonna give it a 10, but at a minimum it's a 9. This thing performs great, just from how well other people speak about this bike. I want to give it a 10, but I haven't written anything else, to be fair, so I think, to be safe, I'm gonna give it a 9. Give it a 9 for performance. The only thing I can say is that in the lower ranges, I'd like to see a little bit more power. But this thing, it's a track bike. It's meant to be screaming at all times. So the next thing I want to speak about is maintenance. Maintenance and upgrades. We'll make that its own tab. Maintenance and upgrades. This thing, I've never worked on bikes before. I'm not someone that works on cars. Like, I pride myself on being like a smart guy and like knowing how to figure shit out and using my brain. Like, I know how to use my brain, right? But this has so many available upgrades. There's so many videos on the older generations. There's just, it's a very easy bike, and I'd say beginner friendly to work on. I changed my own oil. I've never changed my oil before. I adjusted my chain. That system is very beautiful, that chain adjustment. What else did I do on this thing? I put my own exhaust on, and this is all somebody who's like never done this before, and I was able to figure it out. There's tons of upgrades available. There's tons of videos out there from older generations, and now there'll be newer generations. I plan on, you know, bringing us a lot more of the newer generation stuff that's not already up. So yeah, so I give that a 10. Give that a 10. You can upgrade this thing. Parts are readily available. There's a lot of people that know a lot about this bike out there. So 10. Easy 10. We're gonna go right into a negative. We're gonna talk about the comfort. Comfort on this thing, it's not great. It's not great. It's a sports bike, what do you expect, right? But it's definitely nothing great. It's nothing great. So as far as comfort goes, dude, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm giving the comfort like a 5, bro. The comfort is not great. I can't lie to you guys, like, it's not great. Like, I don't want to wear a backpack on this thing, and we know, like, we're bikers, like, wearing a backpack is kind of part of the game sometimes. It's kind of part of the game sometimes, so I can't give it a great score on that. Comfort, it's not very comfortable, but it's a track bike. Very aggressive angle. You do get used to it, but at first, like, you can't ride this thing for more than 2 hours. And that's, you'll see that across the board as far as other people that review this bike and ones similar to it, like other 6Rs. So unfortunately, I can't give it a high score on that, and that's just me being totally fair and unbiased. Yeah, so it's about a 5, but I will say it's better than you think. It is better than you think. It's a 5.5 to be safe, but it's nowhere near like great comfort. All right, next, talk about technology. Technology on this bike. I think it's very good compared to other sports bikes. Like, let's talk about the obvious one, like the Gixxers, right? Gixxer 600, Gixxer 750. There's not even a fuel gauge. There's not even a fuel gauge on those things. You know, we have a really nice digital dash. We have it tells us everything we want to know: how much gas we got, what time it is, the temperature of the bike, how many miles we're sitting at. Tells you a lot of different information. What mode you're in as far as sport mode and rain mode, and that's also a great feature. Is it gives you the different power settings and modes. What the fuck is going on here? Why do we have someone just walking through fucking traffic? Don't do drugs, kids. Do not do drugs. You'll end up like somebody like that, walking through traffic like a dumbass. I'm probably getting clapped by a car. So technology, off the bat, I want to give it a 10. The only thing I would like to see, and I'm okay with this, so I'll give you my opinion on cruise control. Like cruise control, I think it's nice to have it available. This thing doesn't have cruise control or wheelie control, which is nice to have it available. But like I said, I pride myself on like wanting to know how to do shit and like actually driving the machine. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't wheelie yet, like you're gonna take pride in learning wheelies. As far as like the quick shifter, it comes stock with the quick shifter. That's another huge point that people love. This thing comes stock with the quick shifter. Once you feel a quick shifter up, you'll never go back. You will never go back. You will never go back. Now, as far as a quick shifter down, I'm cool with not having a quick shifter down. Just because like I like downshifting, like I just did. Like I think that keeps you, it makes you like a better rider. Like you're more, skilled in the aspect that you don't have to rely on a quick shifter to get you an auto blip down. I like being able to blip down, and I don't know. It feels cool. Just like anybody that drives a manual, like downshifting is fucking dope. Like why would you want just a button to do that for you? That's just my idea with it. But me, I haven't rode with an auto blipper down. But right there, just downshifting and then getting to it, like, or shifting down through like 3 gears and then getting back to it. Like that's part of the love of riding a bike. So that's my opinion on downshifters, and that's why I'm not gonna knock it like so much for not having the auto blipper. So with that being said, I want to give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 just because I know that there's better like on the Aprilias and other bikes like that. There is wheelie control, there is cruise control, and you know, stuff like that available. So I would just give this a 9 because, you know, or the quick shifter down too. The stock quick shifter down is some bikes are that is available on some bikes. So I can't give it a 10, even though I want to, just because I'm okay with not having those things. So I want to give it a 9. Last quick note about cruise control. I think cruise control is cool at times, but like I would just like to, I like to be more engaged with my bike. There should be nothing on the bike that makes you feel like you're at ease. Like when you're on a bike, you should never feel at ease, and that's how you're gonna survive and be a good rider and be great. Just put it that way. All right, next category. Talk about the brakes, baby. These brakes are bite hard. Like the front brakes, dude. These are nice brakes. These are not Brimbos. I forget the name. I'll put it up on the screen of the name of these. It starts with an N. I know that. It's like no, something like that. But these aren't Brimbos. Do I wish they were Brimbos? Yeah, just because people know what they are, just for the clout of them. But besides that, these brakes operate great. These brakes operate great. You stop on a dime. I was going a little too fast on the road the other day, and it was fine. You know, I have the ABS version of the bike just because I don't know. I don't see why I wouldn't have the ABS version. You know what kind of rider I am. I'm more on the road and don't want to dump the bike from my braking, 10 out of 10. I will say the rear brake, I wish that bit just slightly harder, but it's 10 out of 10 braking. You'll be good. The rear brake is for more fine-tuned braking anyways, so I will say that. And another thing about the brakes is, I don't know if it's just because I'm in my first 1,000 miles or whatnot, but the brake dust gets all over the rims. That is one thing I don't like. But the actual functions of the brake, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, real easy. Okay, what else is on our list? This is where I might have to look at my list and see what else is on there. Okay, we can talk about aesthetics right now. This is just going to be a bonus one. This one's not going to go into the scoring just because it's very opinionated, is what I should say. But I think this bike looks so fucking good. Like the new face, the digital dash, the colorway that they drive. I think this white looks so fucking good. Don't get me wrong, the black looks great too. And the green, I'm a little over the green stuff, you know. That's just not where I'm at. You know, I'm 25 years old. I'm just a little over the green shit. Price of ownership. This bike, I think with the ABS version of this bike, look at how beautiful it is out. It's a gloomy day, but it is so beautiful out to ride. It's about 65 degrees, so you're being kept cold. You know, it feels like I have the air conditioning on, but it's not like too cold. It's beautiful. All I wish there was a little bit more sun out. But cost of ownership, this bike brand new was $12,300. Would you say $12,400? I can't remember if it's $399 or if it's $299. So would you say around $12,500, which for which you get, I think is great. Like, it's a 600 class bike. It's a 636, so it is bigger than a 600. But what you get, you know, you get the quick shifter, you get that extra power, you get a beautiful looking bike, you get some good technology. 12,000 in my mind is closer to 10,000. Over 10,000 bones for a brand new bike. First of its generation, quick shifter, how good it looks. It's a great bike. Like, the only other bikes in that range that even compare is like a Gixxer, and you don't even get a fucking fuel gauge, you know. Oh, the price of ownership. Okay, so the bike itself, $12,000, would you say $12,500, right? Out the door with your shipment, your freight, all that stuff, you're probably looking closer to 15. And then if you're financing, that's on you. That's gonna be your all down on your credit score, your relationship with people that want to give you money. That's what that's gonna come down to. So just say just about $15,000, and then that's not without like leasing any or borrowing any money. So if you borrow money, it's gonna be more expensive. Let's talk about insurance on this as part of the price of ownership. Insurance, I'm in a Facebook group where it's all new owners of this bike, 2024 and up, right? And I've seen numbers all around, but I can only speak for me. I pay $177 a month for insurance on top of a $300 bike payment. So this is about $500 a month to have this bike, which where I'm at in life, I'm okay with that. I can do that. It's an investment for YouTube. It's an investment in fun. Like, this is what I do. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't gamble. I don't have any vices. I really don't have any vices. So this is it. This is what I spend my fun. This is what I spend my little extra money on my bike, and I get to ride it. It's fun. It's fast. I can make it look however I want. You know, I get to do the accent pieces. People keep asking about my bar ends, and I'm not telling anybody where I get my bar ends because it's my bike. I want my bike to stay my bike. We're going to talk about the ergonomics and how aerodynamic it is. The bike itself is very aerodynamic, and you do feel a little bit of wind, but I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 feet tall, so like the wind is like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to dodge wind without a new windscreen, and I haven't seen any of these yet for any windscreens for these yet because these are redesigned to the front. So I have not seen any windscreens yet, but as soon as we get some different windscreens, I'll have a windscreen. So ergonomics not great, but aerodynamics are great. So I do want to give it. I'll give it an 8. Well, ergonomics and comfort are different. I do need to separate that. The ergonomics are good, it's just not comfortable. So I will still give it a 9 just because they're not comfortable. 8.5. We'll give it an 8.5. Fuck it. Give it an 8.5 because it's not comfortable. So we'll talk about build quality really quick. I do think this thing is built excellent. Nothing feels cheap. Nothing feels rushed. Nothing feels like, ooh, I gotta replace that. The only thing that you're gonna replace, and this goes for any bike, is your exhaust. Your exhaust should be the first thing you replace. You just want to be heard on the roads. You want to be heard on the roads, and that's just it. So easy 10. Build quality is great. What you get for your money is great. So that's gonna be a 10. Talk about fuel efficiency, right? You're on a bike. Your fuel efficiency is gonna be great. You're riding a bike. This is a toy. This isn't a commuter. And if you want a commuter, you're not gonna be going for something this fast and this aggressive and this all that. So honestly, this I'm just gonna give it a 10. It's fucking 10. You get like 200 miles out of like 20 bucks or so. Like 20 bucks, and that's it's premium gas depending on where you're at. You don't even have to put 20 bucks in yours. I think it's like $11 online. It's like $11 to fill this thing up. It's like $11 to fill this. I'm going to 6. You guys can hear me a little better. So it's like $11 to fill this thing up, and you're getting like 200 miles out of it. That's usually when I have to fill up. It's like 150 to 200 miles depending on how hard I'm riding. So it's 10. It's 10. It's like it's an expense that you don't even think about. And it's an expense that's like it's so close to zero that you don't even really. What's 10 or 11 bucks? What's 20 bucks? Like I don't want to sound like an arrogant asshole when you're talking about things that you're doing for fun and like it's a necessity. Like you need to put gas in your vehicles. That it's all relative to what gas prices are. So 10 easy. And then I feel like there's one last thing. Oh, luggage and storage. The final thing. The thing that's not important about this bike, but it is in the same sense, right? So if we're talking about luggage and storage, there is zero storage in here until you take your servo out. And if you know about exhaust, you'll know what the servo is. I'm not going to go into it. But once you fully take out the servo, you might be able to fit some shit in there. Like, you might be able to fit like a hat and your information in there without a backpack. But this bike is something that you do not want to ride you don't want to have a backpack on for someone my size anyways. I don't want to ride this thing with a backpack on. My back is all like I could ride this thing for a long time if that was the case. So it is important, but at the same time it's not. I do just fine without it. I don't want this to like it's not gonna like weigh down the grade of the bike. Like this shit is like shit that doesn't matter. Like you're on a toy, you're on a bike that wants to go fast, like you're not gonna be lugging around shit, But when you take the servo out, you do have a little bit of storage, enough for something small. I think I've seen somebody put a hat back there, or like their papers for if they ever get pulled over and shit. But it's not any bigger than any other sports bike once you take the servo out. So relative to other bikes, it's about the same. I don't even want to put a score on it because I don't want to take it away from the score, just because it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, if I have to give it a score, if I'm forced to, it's not going to be high because stock, this bike doesn't have any storage, like none at all. And when you do take the servo out, you get like, it's like a 3 out of 10. Like you can fit like the most small shit in there, maybe even a 2 out of 10. But like I said, it's not like you're not lugging shit around on this. This is a fun bike. It's not for that, you didn't come here for that. So I just wanted to talk about it just because I don't know. I just think it's something. It's a 10th thing to talk about. Let's just be honest. But overall, This bike, I wouldn't want another 600. Let's put it that way. So I think I have to give it a 10. I think it's my favorite 600 that's out there. It's easy to work on. It looks great. It's the first of its generation. It sounds great. It's fast. It feels strong. The different settings that you have, like overall, this bike is a 10 out of 10 bike. Like anybody that rides this is not gonna be like, oh, I'm riding this. Like, no, like you're gonna feel good riding this bike. You're gonna be confident next to anything that you wind up on the street. You're gonna be able to rev your engine. You're gonna be able to rev your engine and it's gonna sound good. You're gonna feel sporty. You're gonna feel ergonomic. You're gonna feel like everything you want to feel when you're on a motorcycle. Great brake. You're gonna turn heads. You don't like. You're gonna feel the wind a little bit. I will say that. But it's a sport bike. What do you expect? It's a sport bike. What do you expect? Like I'm riding into the wind right now. I definitely feel it. But overall, this bike is easily a 10 out of 10. Like I said, I wouldn't. There's not another bike in this weight class that I would even want. Overall, 1,000-mile review. I love this bike. I really do. Like I have no major complaints. Maybe wish it was a little bit more comfortable, but I'm sure that it's not comfortable for a reason. If they can make this thing comfortable, I feel like they would have addressed it. They would have addressed it with the newer bike, with the new build on this bike. So it's probably just something that they would have to redesign a lot more shit and probably make it more expensive, or they probably wouldn't have been able to drop this bike as fast. That's our 600, or this is our 1,000-mile review. I have nothing but good things to say about this bike. The only downside really is the comfort, but we're on sports bikes, so we're okay with that. All right, fellas. Well, it's your boy Brizzy. Hope you guys enjoyed this ride. Hopefully you guys get some insight from this. Hopefully you guys can hear something. Like I need to get a quieter helmet, but I think it should be okay. I think I did a good job of trying to stay in a higher gear to where you guys should be able to hear me. But I love y'all, man. I got more videos coming out. If you guys want to see anything, like if you guys want to see a oil change video, if you guys want to see a chain adjustment video, I didn't film those, but I easily can. It's not hard. If you guys are want to see that, everything in me wanted to film it, but it was my first time doing it. I'm like, how can I be teaching people how to do this? It's my first time doing this, you know. It's kind of ass backwards in my opinion. But if you guys want to see them, just drop them. I'll make it happen. Appreciate y'all. Drop a like. Join the Naughty Gang if you're not. I love my Naughty Gang the most, and that's just me being honest. And then people who drop a like second. So do one of the two or both. All right, be great. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.